You're tuned in to Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk, live every weekday on the Nation Network YouTube.
A big night in Beantown. Oilers, Bruins, two of the best teams in the NHL. This is going to be a fun show. Let's get into the lead. It's a Sherwood 4 Giant Game Day on Oilers Nation Everyday, streaming live on the Nation Network YouTube. Who's got the first comment today? It's our boy Rusty, an OG of the Nation Network YouTube chat. Huge night of games tonight. Tampa, Colorado, Ottawa need to win, along with your Edmonton Oilers. He's predicting a 4-2 dub. We are going to dig into things. This is exciting. Two of the highest scoring teams in the NHL going head to head. It's good. It's good. We're coming to you live from the Sports Closet studio, sportscloset.ca. If you want to be like Jay and rock a Matthias Ekholm jersey, Sports Closet can help you out. If
they got your back, literally.
Yeah, maybe you just need, maybe you want to get a new lid. They got all the reverse retro gear. Maybe you want to get some new Royal Blue gear ahead of the playoffs as well. Or if you want to stock up on Nation gear, Sports Closet carries Nation gear. Liam, you said you went to the Sherwood Park location the other day, and was it you or Aaron? Someone told me they went to.
I go pretty often when Jay orders his jerseys, and I pick them up.
They have a lot of Nation gear in stock, is the point I'm trying to make.
Liam is an unofficial Sports Closet delivery person.
Yep.
Hey, why not?
Going back to my high school days of being a delivery boy.
Which is great. Oilers Bruins tonight. The big story coming into this one is that Evander Kane is back in
our trade deadline acquisition. EK91.
Sure. Isn't it wild? Remember at the beginning of the year, we were outlining positives for the Oilers heading into this season. I was like, hey, full year of Jay Woodcroft, a full season of Evander Kane, a guy who scored at a 40-goal pace last season. He is going to play more games, or he's going to play less games in the regular season this year than he did last year. That's wild. He played in 43 last year. If he plays in all 17 down the stretch, he'll only get to 41 this year. It's been an injury-riddled season for Kane. We all remember the slice on the arm that kept him out for a handful of months, and now most recently this rib injury as well. Hopefully this isn't a situation where they're rushing him back, because I don't just want to see Evander Kane on the ice in an Oilers jersey. I want to see Evander Kane scoring goals, being a menace, and being his usual pain-in-the-ass self.
Yeah. Well, we know the hands is ready to throw punches, so that's good.
Fair.
So we got that sorted. Now, can the ribs handle some blows? Can he lean on, on his stick for a shot without having to hurt something? I just, I want, not even 100% healthy Evander Kane, just 90. 90's good.
No, 91's good.
91 is even better. 1% better, some would say.
There you go. Hopefully they have him ready to go, because this is a Bruins team. Talking about Evander Kane being a menace, a pain in the ass. The Boston Bruins, you need two hands to count the amount of pains in the asses they have in that lineup. This is a team that got nastier over the course of the NHL trade deadline. This is a team that got just flat out better when you look at the moves they made. The fact that throughout the game, you're always going to have one of Marchand or Pasternak on the ice in your top six, or you're going to have one of Tyler Bertuzzi or Garnet Hathaway on the ice in the bottom six. They are either generating chances or drilling you through the end boards with every line they throw over the killer bee.
That's why I put it. That's why I did it that way.
Yeah,
I mean, even Trent Frederick.
Yeah,
he's a tough one to come up against too. So, yeah, there's a reason this Bruin team is the top of the league, because they are very, very good.
And good goaltending.
The Oilers played very well against them the other day too. So
yeah, good enough to win. It was a very good
missed
game.
A couple good chances, got some unlucky penalty calls late, only got one power play look themselves.
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah. So whatever. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid for this game here. I feel the team's buzzing.
Hasn't been a game day in a while, and by a while I mean 2 days.
I know, but still, if it's not every other day, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, the good thing for the Oilers, and I was talking about this on the DFO rundown, I believe, you look and you go, oh man, other teams have games in hand on you. But at this point in the season, when you're a team like the Oilers, who is more or less locked into a playoff spot here, I actually look at having more games played right now as a good thing. It's more days off. More days off. You nothing right now. It matters, but what matters the most is playing your best hockey night one of the playoffs in April, right? You need to be building to that point. And again, not saying the Bruins, for example, have nothing really to play for. They're just playing to run out the clock on the regular season. The Oilers have a bit more because they're playing for seeding. They haven't quite clinched yet, all of that stuff. But still, when I just look, and every week for the most part, there is a gap where the Oilers will have 2 days off. I like that because I want this team rested and ready to go for night one of the postseason.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. But it's also about, build momentum and roll in the playoffs. Hot. Like a hot pistol. Yeah. And we kind of did that last year and then hit a bit of a wall with LA. But, found our game 6 and 7,
The Oilers are still in the middle of what is without a doubt the toughest month, I would say. The toughest 30-day stretch of their season.
Yeah, it's a slog. It's a gauntlet.
When you go back to February and when they played the Rangers on Feb 17, right? And it was the Rangers, Avs. There was a game against the Penguins, that first game against the Bruins. And you went Leafs, Jets, Sabres. Now you go Bruins, Leafs, Sens, Stars, Kraken to round out this month. With 5 games to go, the Oilers have held their own, basically going 500 against some really damn good hockey teams.
But we need to be better if we want to make some moves up the standings.
So you're not happy enough? Because I look at it and I go, hey,
I am normally happy, but we're like the circumstance we're in is that everyone above us is also winning. Vegas is winning. LA is winning. Seattle's kind of sliding a bit, so we have the chance to kind of overtake them. But is 500 hockey enough for us to surpass the Kraken? I don't know. We play them in 2 weeks' time, our 15th birthday.
Yeah.
Or sorry, a week and a half's time. And so that's a really big game. So, is 500 hockey enough?
So yesterday on the show, I laid out kind of the strength of schedule for all of these teams. And the Oilers will play in their final 17 games, 10 teams that have a 500 or better points percentage. The Kraken and Kings will both play 11, and the Golden Knights will play 13. And another interesting point, if you look at the Oilers' schedule in the last week or so of the season there, is when they're playing San Jose twice, Anaheim twice, that last week is actually a doubleheader head-to-head Kraken Golden Knights. So that right there could be an interesting spot for the Oilers to maybe gain some extra points. The head-to-heads is going to be massive.
Yeah.
They play LA in the last month. They play LA on the 30th of March as well. So 2 games against LA, 2 games against Vegas, and a game against the Seattle Kraken. That's your seeding right there. If you play 500 in every other game, but you take care of those 5, you're winning this division in all likelihood.
Ooh, that's daunting.
Even if you go,
we got to make up 6 points to take over.
Golden Knights lost the other day, so they're 4 back with a game in hand. Oilers are 4 back with a game in hand.
Okay. All right. I can
win your head-to-heads. Right, boom, let's go. Right?
Boom, let's go. You heard it here.
I am bullish on the Oilers just because of that strength of schedule. The head-to-heads are obviously going to be crucial.
And are there also the Edmonton Oilers, Tyler?
Well, yes, they are.
We got Ekholm now. We got Bukestad, who I'm warming up to. People say I'm a hater. I'm warming up to him. Big
10
dude.
for 10 in the faceoff circle.
Yeah, that was impactful, and I'm now actually starting to see him play. So it's I like how he kind of fits in. And with Kane back, now we got like a legit solid top 6.
Zach Lang's in the comment section, and he says Tyler's looking happy today. Liam and I had a great chuckle before the show because if you pay attention to the details of our set at the Sports Closet Studio, usually I have that fun picture of Wayne Gretzky behind me. Someone has taken it, first off. I would like to know where it went. And they've replaced it with this photo of me that Bag Milk likes to send out, cheering on the Oilers. Yo, ducko.
It is a fantastic photo.
I didn't notice until like 4 minutes before the show. Producer Aaron knows who did it. Won't tell me. Bagged Milk, I don't think, was at the office yesterday.
Snitches get stitches. Jeez.
I am on the hunt to find out who replaced my Gretzky photo with this picture of me. It's funny.
We have a mystery afoot.
We do.
Let's get Scooby
Inspector Yaremchuk over here is going to get to the bottom of it in a classic whodunit.
Oilers Bruins tonight, and maybe we'll find out who did that. I'm also going to be on the After Dark show today as well with our friend Connor Halley. So hopefully we have a big Oilers victory. The Kool-Aid will be flowing if the Oilers beat the Bruins tonight.
And then coming into Toronto after beating the Bees.
Woo-wee. Let's go. It's also a big couple Saturdays for us because we are going to be in Toronto tomorrow watching Oilers and Leafs on a Saturday night from a gondola suite. Shout out to AMA Travel once again. And then the next Saturday, 2 o'clock puck drop, Kraken, Oilers, and it's the Oilers Nation 15th birthday party. And I'm happy to announce I passed my pro serve.
Well done.
94% on the exam.
What did you get
I was
wrong?
going to say, what did you get wrong?
I didn't go back and look.
Oh, I'd
I
like to
think
know.
there was one question about if an AGLC inspector comes in and asks for copies of your receipts, do you give them? I think I said yes. I don't think you're supposed to. So I know that now. I've learned my lesson.
I thought maybe you failed the what is the legal drinking age?
Nope. Nailed that one. Some of the questions were quite funny, but the reason I said all that is because I will be guest bartending for a stretch.
Hell yeah. Back bar selling shooters.
Back bar selling shots. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet to the Oilers Nation 15th birthday party, I've been hearing some rumblings about people that might still be making flights up to Edmonton to come to this birthday party.
Yeah, I heard. I was shocked.
I was stunned.
Yeah, it's
I
but
have no idea.
we also know Nick Alberga is going to be up.
Yep.
He hasn't been on this show before, but he's been on DFO Live a bunch of times. Rumors that our pal Jay Rosehill. If you watch the DFO Deadline show, you will want to have a cocktail or two with our friend Jay Rosehill.
Crush a few beers with Jay Rosehill.
Cannot
He
wait.
seems nothing short of fantastic.
And maybe some other special guests. Nationgear.ca. Tickets are $20.07. 2007. Get it? And the proceeds are going towards
Free play for kids.
free play for kids.
Will pinball be coming?
No, pinball is just actually maybe if things go well with pinball in Toronto, we'll fly him out for next Saturday.
Yeah. So who's ever staying in the room?
I'll
with
sneak him on
pinball,
my carry-on on the way back.
He could probably fit.
And also, your ticket, $20.07, gets you a shirt, gets you in the party,
Yep.
and a prepaid drink.
There it is.
I know to call it a prepaid
Pro
drink
serve
because I got my Pro Serve.
So you answered that question right.
Yeah, I nailed that one. But yeah, you're going to want to come. You get a swag bag with it as well. Like, we're just going to have a great time going back to our roots a little bit at the Pine Downtown.
Yeah, it feels. Yeah, no, it feels exciting.
Right.
Yeah, we've thrown a lot of events there in our history. Had a lot of good times there, a lot of milestones, a lot of tears. But yeah, no, it's good to have it there. So come check it out if you can. It's going to be a good time. A lot of good people. We've sold a bunch of tickets, but we still have some left to sell. So if you come, we're raising money for a good cause. And like Tyler said, you're getting a bunch of cool shit. And every ticket is a chance to enter to win some of our cool prizes.
We have prizes?
Yeah, we're going to have we might have definitely one signed jersey of a certain player. I'm just working on who that is. It might be one of the big guns.
Sure.
And then I'm working on a second jersey, which would be one Bag Milk wants to win from our friends at ATB.
Oh, who could that be?
So we're just waiting to hear back from them. If they got some available, they always support us. So try to get that. Plus some other stuff we have for draw prizes. So money for a good cause, chance to win some good shit, and just having a good time. And Tyler selling you shots.
$20 gets you a shirt, a swag bag, a donation. Proceeds go to charity as well, but a shirt, a swag bag, a drink, and you could potentially win signed jerseys. It's gonna be a really good party.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a good deal, and it'll be a good time. And we have the Germans in town. So on Monday, the Germans land. And they're here for their week of hockey, and they're going to be here for a 15th birthday. So there'll be like 25 Germans joining us at the Pinetown Saturday. So it'll be fun.
That is going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I have a question, and this is my listener question of the day, which is something I think we might keep rolling because we got some good responses yesterday. Yesterday, our question was rank in importance the top 5 Oilers to playoff success, like in their importance to the team's playoff success. You will be stunned to hear Liam's list. Mine went McDavid
Devin
1,
Shore, Derek Ryan,
McDavid 1, Skinner 2, Draisaitl 3, Ekholm 4, Ryan McLeod 5 was my list.
I think I support your top 4 because like Skinner has to be up there. McDavid obviously has to be led by McDavid. You can't have Dry at number 2. It has to be Skinner. And then like 3 or 4 to me is Ekholm, Draisaitl. You can interchange them. My 5th, like I'm not like you're right, Liam. Like Liam
left Draisaitl off his board.
Yeah, that's shocking. But like EK can be a factor. But I don't mind actually. Like you need Evan Bouchard to perform.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'd put in there. Well, Darnell Nurse.
I thought about putting Daryl in too.
I thought about him at number 5 too. My reasoning with McLeod is you got to keep McDavid and Draisaitl separate. And then McLeod, if he can be like a true driver of a third line that is consistently like not just getting goals, but like outscoring the opposition, not giving up a lot, like that'll go such a long way to having like a truly productive top 9 because you really didn't have it last year in the playoffs.
No, we didn't. We just rode Leon on one leg and
Yeah.
Connor, and Mike Smith, stood on his head, and Duncan Keith played well and kept Bouchard in a good place. And Daryl was hurt too. So yeah, we need Daryl to be a factor. And this is the Ekholm effect. Ekholm in the lineup now allows, hopefully, and calms down Daryl to be an impact, because I just feel like he's feeling the weight of this contract and he's just trying too hard. He's just got to go back to like autopilot.
I think that's totally fair.
Right? Go back to Bubble Nurse, who wasn't on the big ticket, didn't even sign the big ticket yet, and just had a hell of a season. Like, we saw what he could be. So if he can step up and be that guy in the playoffs, and we also have Ekholm as another defenseman, and Skinner plays good, and Connor does Connor things, and Leon does Leon things, like, we might not have the best team in terms of full makeup, but like, if those 5 horses are running, look out, because they're just better. Like, they can be better than the others, the rest.
Fair enough. Today's listener question, inspired. I'm stealing this one from Jason Greger, who floated this out on the DFO rundown. What would you rather have as a fan? Getting to watch one player, Connor McDavid, having the dominant season he is, or would you rather watch your team have the dominant season that the Bruins are? Would you rather watch one? And again, this question does not guarantee playoff success. You're basically talking about from the beginning of season to right now. Which experience would you rather have? One player going supernova with 124 points in 65 games, or have your team be virtually unbeatable for the first 65 games?
But like, I guess I need some more context to this.
Would you rather be an Oilers fan or a Bruins fan? This
basically
is the question.
Well, that's obvious. But
would you rather have one player going nuclear and get to watch them, and your team's just again?
And playoffs aren't part of this picture, or playoffs are part of this picture?
Playoffs aren't part of this picture.
So we're just saying for a regular season.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a team that dominates in the regular season? So we're just talking about the regular season, or watch Connor McDavid in the regular season?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd take Connor McDavid.
I see, and I'm actually interested. Tyler Mulick says team. Davin team. Cam Shepard team. Easy
if it's
question.
playoffs, if it includes playoffs, then I'm team.
Yeah.
But if it's just regular season entertainment, I am going Connor McDavid, because it's that good.
Liam?
I think I'm on the McDavid train. Like the individual. It's so much fun. Like, we're talking about, could this guy score 70 goals? But then on the other side of it, like, if you're a fan of the team, like, look at how like Florida were a great team last year. I don't know. I'd rather have McDavid go and score all these goals and watch team. Now, like Jay said, if this includes the playoffs, I'm probably on the team. Team.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. So I'm team individual player.
I'm stunned at how many people in the chat are saying team.
Remember, playoffs are included.
Part of the fun of the season, as much as in the moment you maybe don't recognize
it. Hurts, yeah.
The roller coaster.
Yes.
The wins, the winning streaks feel better. The Bruins, that start to the year, you would have been on cloud 9. And then from about November 15th until now, you would have been bored the entire time. And listen, if Connor McDavid was on an Oilers team that was doing what the Bruins are doing, I don't think we'd be bored, but it would be because of what we're watching Connor McDavid do. And it would almost be at the point, if the Oilers had the Bruins record right now, you would be meh after a victory. You'd be watching the games only for McDavid. And I think with the Oilers, the roller coaster gives you a bit of an appreciation for the journey, and watching McDavid doing what every year there's a dominant team.
There's just something special about watching Connor getting 4 points and losing 6 or 7-5, you know?
I mean, like
there's something that's great about that, you know? You gotta look for it. It's deep, but it's there.
From a purely entertainment perspective, what would have been more fun against the Columbus Blue Jackets? A 3-1 win where Derek Ryan, Warren Fogle, and Darnell Nurse score, or the 7-6 loss or 8-6 loss where Connor McDavid?
Oh,
it was way more fun. Like, let's be real.
It made my Sunday morning. It made it entertaining for sure. Like I said, it is the roller coaster ride of being an Oilers fan is very stressful, but when you look at it in hindsight, awesome.
Yeah,
in the moment, oh my God. We get mad. We get excited.
I think it's even fun to, like, when they played Winnipeg the other day and all of a sudden they were 6-3 and it's like, maybe this could go. But also in that game, you saw Draisaitl score 2 sick goals. So, yeah, I think team individual.
There's just so many games this season, and I'm sure most teams can say this, but I swear we can say it more than most, where we should have won some games we lost. There's obviously those ones that we went to overtime, those 4-1 leads that we blew on multiple occasions to let other teams get back in and beat us in OT. But then there's just games like that. Like, 5 should be enough. Like 95% of the time,
Yeah. Tyler Mulick, Daryl Sutter said it best. You know what impresses me? Dubs. And I get it. I am talking as being a fan. They're both going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're both going to have actually probably pretty difficult matchups in round 1, considering the Bruins might get the Penguins. And you never want to write off Sidney Crosby in a playoff series. Like, they're both going to make the playoffs. So it's just a matter of what 82-game regular season is more enjoyable. 125 points by the team or 150 plus points by the superstar.
Yeah,
and I am here to tell you,
4 points in the standings.
I would much rather have a 104-point team and get to watch this dude on your screen. Sorry, I pointed the right way. Watch this dude on your screen do what he's doing. I would much rather have that and a 104-point team than a 130-point team and just watch them dominate all 82. I don't know. I guess we're in the minority when you consider the chat. But
not a lot of Connor McDavid fans in the chat. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I would not.
I believe in him. Just so you know, I believe in 97.
If there was a point,
do you?
12 years down the line, Connor McDavid retires and Oilers jersey goes up. And you sat me down as an Oilers fan, and you said, you could have the next Connor McDavid, but you got to endure another decade of darkness. I would do it. I would sign me up.
How
for
old
that.
am I now at this point?
Well, you would be. You'd be.
I want to be alive to enjoy this. So, let's do the math here.
50 some, which means you'd get the next McDavid at 60 some.
Oh boy!
Think of your children, Jay.
Yeah, Crawford would love it. Yeah. I'd probably do it.
That's the question. Anyways, that was your listener question today. Comparing some dominant seasons, one that has been done by a team, and keep in mind a goalie in Linus Ullmark, who's having a honestly close to McDavid-esque season as far as goaltending numbers go.
He was like, any team could have got him.
I liked him coming out of Buffalo too.
Any team could have got him.
If I am insert team around the NHL, Oilers probably not in this discussion because they're locked in with 2 goalies. I am looking at Karel Vejmelka in Arizona. I'm looking at Linus Ullmark in Boston, and I'm going, I should probably go save that very competent goalie from the Arizona Coyotes, because that's what Ullmark was. He was maybe more highly touted.
Yeah, we don't have that flexibility right now.
He put up good numbers with that Buffalo team. Like, he found a way to fight through the shit.
Yep.
And I would be looking at Vejmelka and going, if I take that talent, the guy who routinely stops 40 plus for the Oats, and put him in front of a good defense with a good coach and a good offense, and he's only $2.6 million, I'm stunned there weren't teams willing to pay more for Vejmelka at the deadline, is all I'm saying.
Oh, what if you, I don't even know what you do.
You can.
2 firsts.
And they got to take
Campbell half retained for Vejmelka.
Oh, and then you'd basically just get Vejmelka at 5 instead of Soup, and Arizona gets the picks.
And I don't know how much longer Vejmelka's tied up at that rate, but at some point,
it's 3 more years.
Well, that's pretty good.
So it almost works, right? That'd be something.
That would be something.
But we shouldn't be trying to trade Jack Campbell right now.
Well,
2 more years. Sorry for Karel Vejmelka. Yeah, maybe you should. Anyways, we're no trade talk. With positives. The positives here.
What is a positive? The positives we get veggie. I've got his jersey on order.
Get veggie to complement the stew.
Little veggie stew.
We are way too ahead of ourselves now. It's a Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day. Shout out to our friends at Sherwood Ford and their Ford Service Center. Just a few clicks away at sherwoodford.ca. You can book your appointment online. You can get free valet service pickup and drop off, or you can choose the Ford Mobile Service Center to come to you. That was me turning a car wheel. They'll come to you.
Is that how you drive?
More info in the description.
Which hand are you holding the fettuccine Alfredo in? How are you doing this?
It's always on the console.
Oh, okay. Big advocate, and here's personal testimonial of the valet service.
Hell yeah.
I use it anytime I need to get an oil change or any kind of warranty servicing or anything like that. I just show up at work, do my thing, and then at the end of the day, my car is sitting where I left it. And it's had a full spa day at the Ford Service Center.
These two teams tonight are very good at scoring goals. One of them is better at preventing goals than the other, but we'll push that to the side. Not only are they first and second in the NHL in goals scored on the year as a whole since February.
Who's first? Are we first or are they first?
We're first.
Take that, bees.
Not only are we, again, first and second, since Feb 1, like I was saying, these are the only two teams in the NHL to be averaging more than 4 goals scored per game. It's the Oilers at 4.
And we're playing like 500 hockey.
Yeah. It's wild. Those games against Columbus, it'll do it to you. 4.27 for the Oilers, 4.17 for the Boston Bruins, and it's the Devils in third at 3.93. The big difference is that since February 1st, the Oilers 3.53 goals per game. The Bruins have allowed 1.92. Nasty. So nasty.
Oh, my God.
Worth noting, that's not even the best mark in the NHL in that span. The Wild are at 1.82. The Canes are also at 1.92.
That must have been just a real snooze fest, that 1-0 overtime win, Calgary versus the Wild.
Shootout win.
Shootout win. God.
Yeah.
Man.
The Oilers, since Feb 1, first in power play percentage. The Bruins down at 25th in the NHL. So there's an area where the Oilers do have a pretty significant advantage. But the other numbers are the reverse. The Oilers, since Feb 1, are 26th in PK percentage. And as you can see here, 25th on the season. The Bruins, since February 1st, are 5th in penalty kill percentage. And Jason Greger, actually, again, because he gave me he came up with the question of McDavid or the Bruins. He said the reason he'd pick McDavid is because you get off your seat every night. Then he had this great line of, no one's going home after the game being like, did you see how good the penalty kill was tonight? Right? But the Bruins are really damn good at killing penalties. So that'll be one area that I'm watching. The last time these two teams met, the Oilers only got one look with the man advantage. And I would argue the Oilers maybe need to do a better job of kind of make sure they get some calls. Go to the tough areas. Keep your feet moving. Try to make some moves, kind of inside, outside. Get those defensemen reaching.
Be annoying.
Be annoying. Try to draw some penalties because you're probably going to need a power play goal or two to beat these Bruins here tonight. It could have been the difference in the last game, right? If you could have found a way to score on your power play attempt, or if you would have gotten a few more, maybe that game is totally different and you bring it to overtime. So be annoying. Try to play up to the Bruins. But my Sherwood Ford giant key to victory, you guys, is going to be get some saves. Simple as that. Stuart Skinner was really good last game when they played the Bruins. He was pretty solid his last time out as well with a 960-something save percentage. You're going to need him to go toe-to-toe with the guy who is without a doubt winning the Vezina this year in Linus Ullmark. That is my key to victory. Stu Skinner, be up to the task and try to shut down one of the best offenses in the NHL and let your offense take care of things at the other end.
Yeah, I think to kind of piggyback on that, I think the 6 defensemen in front of them need to, do their job to kind of limit the real scary opportunities that Skinner needs to face. Skinner's proven that he can get you that save, but we, don't want him having to make that save many, many times in a game like he, sometimes has to. So I just, put it on the D. Obviously, let the forwards also support that. But, defense has been, a concern this season. But now we got the bearded Viking, Matthias Ekholm, is just calming it down. So excited to see now with Ekholm in the lineup how we perform against the Bees, because we actually did a good job defensively against the Bees without him. So,
yeah. The last time these two teams met, the score was 3-2 Bruins. All of those goals came at 5-on-5. The shots were 28-24 for the Boston Bruins. Shot attempts 57-51. Liam, what's your key to victory?
My key to victory tonight is the Oilers have to capitalize on their chances. If they get a chance, you can't miss, because you're probably not going to get too many of them. So just kind of bear down, and you got to score a couple of greasy ones. Let them be greasy.
Greasy's fine.
They go in, just put them in.
Even McDavid greasy ones, I don't care. Yep. Other thing to kind of add that we should deploy, that we deployed last game, is that penalty kill in the last couple minutes of that game. Let's bring that penalty kill to this game.
It always makes me nervous when they try to score on the PK, because it usually doesn't go.
But they were control. I get it. Boston had the foot off the gas, maybe a hair, but we controlled the play. It was insane.
Also, cannot put enough of an emphasis, a little backup Sherwood Ford giant key to victory. You need to start well. The Boston Bruins are 28-0-1 when they lead after the first period.
Well, we are the breaker of records, both good and bad. So maybe we break it tonight.
hopefully we don't have to.
Need to. Well,
yeah.
Well, but I'm telling you, maybe live bet in the comeback against the Bruins will be very juicy.
Are 7-7 straight up when they trail after one. So you got to get off to a good start here in this hockey game. And if you let things linger, if you let the Bruins control the pace, they will win. They are 35-0-2 when leading after 2 periods. That is 59% of their games. They've been up through 40 minutes of play. They've only been trailing through 40 in 21% of their games. The Oilers have led after 2 in 45% of their games and have trailed heading into the third period in a remarkable 37% of them. You need to stay even or up on this Bruins team. If you give up the lead, it's going to be very, very hard, as we saw last time, to get that thing back within your reach. It's important.
You know, we have our hands full tonight. We really do.
We do.
And I'm glad Kane's back to help address that. I'm glad Ekholm is in the lineup to help address that. I'm glad Skinner is starting to help address that. But we have to go to work.
Yes.
We got to go do the work.
Let's get to our lineup report, continuing on a Sherwood Ford Giant game day. At the top, Evander Kane is back. He's playing with Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman for Evander Kane. It is his return to the lineup. He has not played since February 17th. He has only played 24 times this season. He's got 9 goals and 10 assists in that span. He's going to play with McDavid and Hyman. Connor McDavid in his last 10 games, 12 goals and 13 assists. He's on an okay run. Doing all right. Leon Draisaitl's averaging a goal per game over that span as well.
That backhand he scored against Winnipeg.
Disgusting.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Insane. Anyways.
Dry, and Kai seem to be finding their groove as a trio here as of late for this Oilers team. And I'm really hoping that they stay together a little bit. I suspect that's actually part of the reason why Jay Woodcroft is maybe going 12-6 again, is just to say, hey, let's give some lines a little bit of consistent playing time. That trio played 12 minutes and 13 seconds together against the Bruins. I like just letting them keep going here.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, that third line now looks good just with kind of the elevated play of Warren Fogle.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's the thing we've been pissed off with him, you know, since he signed with us, is just the consistency. Like, but he has been consistent.
Yep.
If he's not scoring, you're at least seeing the effort. And like that has impact. Which wasn't there earlier. So whatever switch is flipped, thank you, Warren. Like, this is who we hoped you would be. And this is probably who you knew you were or are. And so it's good to see, because like good timing, because, you know, we're making a playoff run and going to the playoffs. Like, you are a factor. You're a big guy who can skate, who's got skill, and now you're providing impact night in, night out. That's great. And then you look back at our fourth line now. Clean, we love Clean. He's the meat. He goes around. He's got scoring touch. You got Ryan McLeod buzzing around, and you got the smartest guy on the team, probably from an IQ perspective. Might rival Connor. I'll give Connor some genius level respect. Derek Ryan.
Oh,
who is the home ice assassin?
Scored on the road though last game.
But it was good to see.
Yep.
He's gonna need that add that depth to his game, you know, especially if we don't have home ice advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Strong if.
Tyler Wise is in the chat and says we have 4 NHL caliber lines. He says it's beautiful, and I would agree.
Yeah.
Someone was in the chat saying Klim Kostin was out late after practice. From Daniel Nugent Bowman. Broberg, Kostin, Campbell are getting an extra work after practice. Expect a 12-6 lineup with Skinner between the pipes for the Oilers. So maybe they're drawing in Devon Shore for Klim Kostin, which I wouldn't love personally. Liam, I'm sorry.
Oh, playing the Bees?
Assists in back-to-back games for Devon Shore.
I know, and Devon Shore's been playing but this is good now. Like, these are good problems, but I think you put maybe Kleem's out because of the last, I don't know. Last Bruins game.
I'd rather have the meat and potatoes of Kleem against Boston than Devon Score's ability to hit the crossbar.
But with Evander Kane coming back on the left side, things get slotted down a little bit. We'll see what the lineup ends up being tonight. Maybe Kleem just really wanted to get a good skate in today. But usually if you're out late, it's a sign you're not playing, which means we can probably expect Philip Broberg to come out on the blue line. 12-6, Nurse, Ceci, Ekholm, Bouchard, Kulak, and Desharnais. Agree or disagree? Bouchard has played his 4 best games of the season since Matthias Ekholm stepped into the lineup.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
Puck touches on the power play are I think are helping his confidence at 5-on-5 as well. And just having a reliable D partner, I think, is giving him a bit more or a bit less worries in his day-to-day life.
He's just calming, like
he's calming him down.
He's just calming down, but like I said, he's not just calming Bouchard down, he's calming Nurse down.
Ekholm's giving Nurse maybe some easier minutes, softer minutes as well. Yeah. And that McDavid game winner the other day, where Ekholm came back and had just that beautiful puck retrieval, that was an absolute work of art for so many reasons. I loved watching Ekholm go back and get that puck. Let's get to the flip side of tonight's matchup in terms of the lineup report. The top line for the Bruins is Bergeron, Marchand, and DeBrusk. Their top line is only combined for 3 goals in the last 5 games. That seems like some amateurish numbers when you look and compare that to the Oilers. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
This is a bunch of amateurs, those Bruins.
Yep. David Krejci with Pavel Zacha and David Pasternak is your second line, so they're spreading out the top 6 a little bit. Jake DeBrusk up on the top line. If you want to play a fun drinking game tonight, drink every time Jack mentions that Jake is Louis' son.
Sure.
I'm not going to do that because I have to do, I'm not going to do that because I have to do After Dark after, and I know I'll be buckled if I played that game. Charlie Coyle with Tyler Bertuzzi and Trent Frederick. Thomas Nosek with AJ Greer and Garnet Hathaway is the fourth line for the Bruins. The D pairings for Boston, Dmitry Bobby Orlov in the top pairing, 9 points in 5 games since joining the Boston Bruins. This guy has just fit in like a glove. He's a machine.
Their first pair of defensemen. We could have had him too.
I know.
Them all.
But Ekholm. Charlie McAvoy plays next to Orlov. Lindholm and Carlo, Forbort and Matt Grzelcyk, who I know Waz absolutely loves. The Bruins without Taylor Hall and Nick Foligno. The fact that this Bruins team healthy scratches one of Grzelcyk or Connor Clifton every game is insane. They are so deep. This is a team that I think could go 11-7 and be better than they are going 12-6. They're crazy deep everywhere. It's nuts.
Yep. That's why I got to work hard.
And I am checking daily face-off right now to see if we have confirmed starters for either side. It is going to be Stuart Skinner for the Edmonton Oilers. Linus Ullmark currently unconfirmed for the Boston Bruins, but I don't think they've played over the last couple of days, so you would expect Ullmark, their number 1, to be getting the start, although Jeremy Swayman did deliver a victory against the Oilers in the last time out.
Well, he's good. He's a good goalie.
Yeah, he is. They have 2 really good goalies. Yeah. Tyler Mulick with a good one. Remember the Jake DeBrusk for Ethan Bear rumors? Remember the camp of people who were like, I would not trade Jesse Puljujarvi for Jake DeBrusk. You cannot do that. Remember
the edits of him in the Oilers jerseys?
Yeah.
I think it was just last season.
It was last season.
Yeah. Every single time he's just linked to us. It's awesome.
Would have been
I'd
great.
take him.
Would have been great. Rusty says the Oilers are almost as deep. Both teams have an NHL caliber D-man and forward that they scratch. This is going to be a great game. I think it will be a great game, Rusty, and I agree with you as well. Someone else said this is our first chance to see what the Oilers playoff lineup could look like, which is true.
We've been healthy.
No injuries. Knock on wood. But this is
hard.
Jay Woodcroft has every one of his tools available, and
this
in his toolkit.
So now what we're projecting and getting excited for in the off season for this season is now finally happening.
Yep. This is it right here.
This is it.
The deadline load up has happened. You got Ekholm. You got a solid forward group. Let's see if the Oilers can put together a bit of a run. Let's see if Jay can put together a bit of a run with our Betway bets.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
I am a very good customer of Betway right now.
You are. They love having you around. Shout out to our friends at Betway 19+. Please play responsibly. I'm coming off another dub. I can't be stopped. Plus 5.72 units on the year.
You're betting on stuff that don't involve the Oilers winning.
Kane and Hyman.
Like Rusty, I believe.
Kane and Hyman, 3+ shots on goal is my prop. Play them together, plus 150. Kane hit this in 4 of 5 before his injury. I think he'll be fired up. They're playing on Connor McDavid's wing tonight. Hyman gets the power play time. Hopefully that helps out as well. The line isn't that aggressive. Again, they both just have to go over 2.5 in this bet. Plus 150. Good payout. Give me the layup.
I'll go dry goal. That feels like more of a layup right now with the way he's scoring goals from
10 in his last 10.
So, yeah. Dry goal, plus 125. Jay?
I got to see what the odds say.
2.37.
I'm going Oilers money line. Why? Because unlike these 2 idiots, I believe the Oilers are going to win tonight. So 2.37 to 1 Oilers money line against the Bees of Boston. Take it to the bank.
Somebody asked, does Jay give out betting tips and tricks?
Bet with your heart. That's Jay.
Bet with your heart. Well, really, if you want to make money, fade Jay.
Probably, but who wants to bet against the Oilers?
You guys.
I'm not betting against them.
You just don't bet for them.
These are both of my bets involve Oilers.
Yeah, that's fine. But they can. You pick bets that they can hit in a losing effort. All you too, Liam. You're guilty as well. Sometimes you drink the Kool-Aid and believe.
I just want to try and catch up.
I don't really care. I'm staying on brand. I am an Oilers fan first and foremost. I believe they just haven't gone on a run. Wait till they go on a run.
Giddy up.
Wait till they go on a run. They just haven't gone on a run yet. If we would have started this 3 weeks prior to when we did, I would be up 15 units right now.
I think it's funny when you bet like a parlay of like Oilers and then whatever else, and the other one doesn't hit, but the Oilers.
I know that does sting. That does sting.
That sucks.
I am going to be on Oilers Nation After Dark with our pal Connor Halley, who is on there with me today. Oh, it's me and Bagged Milk.
Ooh.
For a little 5:30 start against the Bruins. That's going to be a lot of fun then. Make sure you tune into After Dark. We'll have the event up right away so you can set a reminder on our YouTube channel. Shout out to our friends at Sherwood Ford, The Giant, sherwoodford.ca, Star Mechanical as well, AMA Travel, Betway, and of course, Sports Closet for sponsoring the Sports Closet Studio. Giddy up, boys. Going to be a good hockey game tonight. We will be back again tomorrow and then on Saturday to get set for Oilers and Leafs from Toronto. Going to be a good couple of days on the show. Don't miss it. Noon Mountain every single day, and enjoy the hockey game tonight. Thanks, everyone.